Hello and welcome to the regular season finale of Conejo Oaks baseball as we're down in Orange County to take on the Riptide. This is a game that does not matter for either side as playoff implications are already settled with the Oaks becoming the 1 seed in the CCL playoffs. And we welcome you in here. I'm Josh Mechanic alongside Austin Gregory, Sammy Holiday, and Cameron Deck. The Oaks took home a 1-run victory yesterday at Spark Anderson Field in their home finale against the Barons, a 6-5 victory that came in some late game heroics from Jack Brooks. And now they're going to take on the Riptide, looking to end their season strong. The lineup for the Oaks today is Tyler Ganus leading off as the designated hitter, followed by Tyler Glowacki in center field. AJ Salgado is at third base batting third. Gavin Grant in the cleanup spot today at his usual spot at shortstop. Noah Karliner's in left field today with David Whittle getting the other corner outfield spot in right. Zach Crandall gets a rare start at first base today with another catcher at second base in Cody Csulak. And Jack Brooks rounds out the lineup as he usually does. Well, Austin, season finale, Oaks Riptide. What can we expect to see from these two teams today and in the playoffs in a few days?
Well, as you mentioned, Josh, there's technically no impact that this game can have on playoff seeding. The Oaks locked up the 1 seed last night after this Riptide team blew away a lead in extra innings to the San Luis Obispo Blues last night. It was a long one, and we found out they didn't get back until 3:30 this morning, so they're all probably pretty tired. But every game is always important because you want to have momentum going into the playoffs. The Oaks, you don't want to lose 4 out of 5 going into the playoffs. You want to, you already lost 3 in a row, 1 yesterday, so you want to carry a 2-game win streak into the playoffs rather than a loss into the playoffs. And just want to, keep guys getting going. Obviously, a different lineup than usual, but the guys that, are in the lineup are looking to prove their worth, that they can be used in the playoffs, but obviously just getting some reps in for some other regulars like Ganus, who's leading off today. Grant's also still in the lineup. As you mentioned, last night's hero, Jack Brooks, he's still in the lineup. But it's just more about you still need to win this game no matter what because you want to have that momentum going into the playoffs.
Right, and I'm sure there'll be a fair amount of pinch hitters used today as Ganus bloops one over first base, and it'll drop fair for a leadoff single for Tyler Ganus. Good to see him get a hit to start things off. Ganus has been struggling a bit as of late. Zach Dode's taken the team crown and RBI lead, or batting average lead right now, but Ganus just got it right back with that hit as Dode's not in the lineup today. And that'll bring up Tyler Glowacki. Glowacki getting the start in center today. We saw him come in as a defensive replacement in the 9th inning last night to play right field. We know what he's capable out there, leading the team in outfield assists. And at the plate, too, very well-disciplined hitter, takes a lot of quality at-bats and likes to take his walks as well. Pitcher for the Riptide today is Reed Schaefer, who the Oaks have seen a couple of times before out of the bullpen. He worked a scoreless inning against the Oaks, and he also got hit around a bit for 3 runs. Glowacki fouls off the 1-0 pitch, and the count's evened up at 1.
Most important thing today for the Oaks, in my opinion, is AJ Salgado. I'd like to see a couple of hits today from AJ. Really get some momentum going into the playoffs.
Yeah, AJ has run into a string of bad luck lately. Of course, he has been in a bit of a slump, but the past few days he's been barreling up the baseball and just hitting it right at guys. A couple 100-mile-an-hour lineouts, some hard-hit ground balls, but he's batting third today and starting at third base again.
Yeah, yesterday, all 3 outs that Salgado recorded hitting was a 100-mile-per-hour line out to short, a 92-mile-per-hour line out to the pitcher, and a 96-mile-per-hour ground out to second base.
Just very unfortunate luck for AJ as Glowacki chases one in the dirt and goes down on strikes.
I'd like to see AJ elevate a couple baseballs today. See him do it in batting practice.
Oh, yeah.
Get some balls over the fence, but in the game he's more of a line drive hitter. I'd like to see him put one in the air, hit one just as hard, but if it's in the air, it's going in the gap.
And here is AJ, who takes the first pitch strike.
Some crushed baseballs today during batting practice between a lot of guys, but mainly Salgado, the birthday boy, Brendan Durfee, and Noah Karliner today.
Salgado takes that one for a ball. Counts even at 1. Yeah, Salgado, another guy who will compete during batting practice with Durfee and Josiah Chavez, just hitting home run after home run. The 1-1 from Schaefer. Gets the corner, counts 1 and 2, and as we've seen here before, as you guys have noticed, the camera angle is not the best, and that's the same vantage point that we're looking at, so it's hard to tell as far as strike zone goes. As they're going to pick off Ganus here. He's going to be caught in a rundown between first and second. Nikolai chases him down and tags him out.
With the lefty Schaefer on the mound, Ganus was just going on the first move there. Went a little too early. Schaefer not committing himself to home plate, easily picked him off there.
And oftentimes you see a guy just find the inside of the baseline and continue to run hard and maybe force a throw off his back, but Ganus tried to get a run down there and just tagged out. Good leave there by Salgado on a breaking ball in the dirt.
Just like to also point out that I think this is the furthest I've ever seen Coach Raymer from the third base coach's box.
He just gets farther every game. 2-2. There's Salgado, lifts one into the gap in right center, and it's caught by Santino Panero. No TC Simmons out there to rob us, but Santino Panero fills that void and takes away extra bases from AJ Salgado. And that'll send Evan Gray out to the mound for his final start in this regular season. The Oaks go down in facing the minimum after Ganus gets a hit but then gets picked off. And we'll be right back for the bottom of the first. We're back for the bottom of the first inning where Evan Gray takes the mound, ready to make his final start of the summer. It's been up and down for Gray so far this summer. Tends to lose the command a little bit of his fastball, but when he's on, he's on. He tends to generate a lot of swing and miss. Just has to make sure he keeps it in the strike zone around the plate, and he'll find some success. Defense around Gray today, his battery mate is Cody Csulak behind the plate, and Zach Crandall starting at first base. Middle infield remains intact. Jack Brooks and Gavin Grant. AJ Salgado maintaining his spot at third base. And then the outfield left to right is Noah Karliner, Tyler Glowacki, and David Whittle in right field. First batter to step in against Evan Gray will be the center fielder that just made the diving catch to end the first, Santino Pinero.
For Gray, 27 2/3 inning pitch this summer, 28 strikeouts, which is good, but 28 walks. You don't want to have an even strikeout to walk ratio, and that just stems from, as Josh mentioned, the command issues with the fastball. His breaking stuff and off speed is really good, but can't throw it for a strike regularly. His strike pitch is the fastball, and he'll put guys away with the good off-speed stuff, but if he doesn't have feel for his fastball, it's a tough day for Evan Gray. But when it's on, it becomes really tough to hit.
Yeah, we've seen a couple 8 strikeout performances from Gray. And he gets a ground ball from Pinero that gets through the middle past the diving Jack Brooks. Both leadoff hitters begin the ballgame with a hit.
During batting practice today, Evan Gray and Andrew Lucas were playing catch. I wonder how much they were talking about just mechanics overall between Lucas and Gray. They both kind of got similar stuff. Obviously, nobody has the velocity that Andrew Lucas does, but I'm sure Andrew Lucas was shared his wisdom with me today after he made fun of my throwing mechanics when we were in Seca the other day.
These are two very smart baseball players. As Dom Soto lays down a beautiful bunt to third. Really nice play by Salgado on the run to get Soto.
Sacrifice bunt executed to perfection there from Soto. Nearly got himself a hit if it wasn't from the great play by AJ Salgado.
And one of the conversations the three of us and Cam have been having off the broadcast was kind of who's going to fill what seems like the one void in this lineup as a consistent first baseman going into playoffs. And the man who just made the play there at third, I saw him actually taking reps at first base during batting practice today. So it just expands our questioning of who's playing first to the playoffs even more now.
Yeah, Salgado's versatile, so he can mix it up at the corner spots. Very natural over there at third base. And we saw it there, really nice hands and making the play look easy. Blake Penso steps in. Last time out versus the Riptide, Penso had a 3-run home run, and he drives that one out to the gap in right center. Whittle on the run, and he makes a really nice catch. And that'll hold Pinero at second.
Wait, what?
I did not think he was going to get it to that baseball.
Whittle, the traditional catcher, seen him out in right field a couple times this summer. He looks like an everyday outfielder. And with that play, put his head down, got to where he thought that ball would be, stuck the glove out with some confidence and made the play. Pinero didn't think he was going to make that play either, as Pinero was halfway to third. Just a very good play from Whittle, saves a run.
And we have also seen Gray not get the best defense behind him, so good to see a defensive run save there from Whittle. Which brings up the first baseman, Joey Nikolai, who fouls off the first pitch. Nikolai's been with the Riptide for a while, which is not a lot of guys can say that anymore for this team, and Nikolai's hitting below 200 in that time. He rolls one over to shortstop. Grant throws across, and Evan Gray gets out of the scoreless first inning on just 8 pitches. So both pitchers with quick first, just 12 pitches needed by Reed Schaefer, and Evan Gray throws 8 here to get out of a scoreless first, and we head to the second, tied 0-0. Gavin Grant leads things off here in the second inning. He swings at the first pitch and misses. He made a routine play to end the bottom of the first inning on a ground ball hit to him. He's been the Oaks' everyday shortstop this summer. Played in the CCL Showcase game, hitting .260. One of the team leaders in RBIs and walks. Up there in home runs as well, a couple. One misses outside, 2-1.
3-1, Josh.
3-1?
Missed a pitch.
Oh, we missed a pitch?
You missed a pitch.
Oh. 3-1. To Grant, and he drives it out to left center. That's going to split the gap. He'll head to second, and it'll be a leadoff double for Gavin Grant to begin this second inning.
Really good swing there from Gav. Gotten a fastball count, 3-1. We've seen him really take advantage of those counts over the past month or so. Gets in a 3-0 count, still has the green light. That's where I think he hit both of his home runs on a 3-0 count. 3-1 count, same thing, a lot of extra base hits, just really looking for one pitch in one location and turning on a baseball, hitting the ball hard, and if it's not there, you take it, and it's either strike 2 or it's ball 4.
That'll bring up Noah Karliner now with the runner in scoring position and nobody out. He's in a bit of a skid offensively, but we know what he's capable of, putting out 4 home runs this summer to lead the team. He takes the ball up and away, ahead in the count now 2-0.
Would like to see Noah take that same approach that Gavin Grant just did right now. Look for one pitch in one location. If not, just take the strike or take the ball.
2-0. Karliner takes strike. That one looked like it was in a hittable location, but Karliner didn't want it.
And that's okay. Sit on your location, your comfort zone.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's more there, you know, if it's, even though it's a hittable pitch, Noah is just trying to be continually better discipline-wise at the plate and try not to chase after pitches and hit into outs on counts in his favor, and rather just take walks when he can.
Now he's got another favorable hitter's count, 3-1, and now Sammy, he'll look to do what Gavin did, pick a spot and sit on it, not take it. Here's the 3-1. Karliner liked it, and he drives it out to center. Going back is Pinero, and that's more than deep enough to get Grant over to third base. So Karliner does the job and gets Grant over.
Batting for the Oaks, right fielder number 3, David Whittle.
Stinks that those don't count as sac flies.
Yeah.
Ball was crushed off the bat there. Hit it to the deepest part of the park, but that's exactly what you got to do if you're Noah. Just sit on a location that you can handle. Just missed a extra base hit, possibly a home run there. That's a good thing to build on.
Yeah, it certainly was a good swing.
Imagine he hits that ball down in Pasadena. Oh
Pasadena, that's
like,
over the netting.
It's like 500 feet past the netting in Pasadena.
Yeah. Now David Whittle has a runner 90 feet away. Incredible stop back there by Blake Penso to hold Grant at third. Because of the 5 catchers on this roster, been hard for Whittle to get consistent amount of playing time, but today getting the start in right field. Seen him at second base as well. Very versatile player. One of the Oaks' go-to men off the bench in pinch running situations. They'll look to drive Grant from third. Here comes a 1-2 from Schaefer. Whittle gets a piece of it to stay alive.
And I was out in the outfield earlier during batting practice, and I saw Colin Hine and Cody Csulak and Zach Crandall standing together, and I was out there with our team photographer, Christina, and I was like, let's get a picture of you 3 catchers together. And Colin goes, you mean 3 utility men? And it's really a great point. We don't have 5 catchers. We have 5 utility men because all 5 of them can play multiple positions.
That's a good point. It's a good leave there by Whittle as that one just misses below the knees. I mean, just in today's lineup, 3 catchers. Whittle starting in right field, Crandall at first base, and Csulak is actually doing the catching behind the plate. 2-2 to Whittle. He's in the dirt, he chases. Throw it on to first. There's a high one, but it's there to get Whittle. Now it'll be up to Zach Crandall with Grant on third and 2 away after Whittle chases in the dirt.
Number 9, Zach Crandall.
Crandall's been hitting the ball hard recently, taking some good at-bats, and makes his way into the starting lineup today. Last start against the Blues last week, went 1 for 2 with a couple of walks. He takes that one away, 2-0. Cody Csulak waiting on deck. Two misses away, 3-0. Even in his limited playing time, Crandall's done a good job of taking his walks. He's got 9 so far. If he gets aboard here, it'd be his 10. 3-0, it's in there for a strike. For Schaefer, he needed just 12 pitches to get out of the first inning. This next one will be his 20th to Crandall, who fouls it back toward the team bus.
Ladies and gentlemen, the batter has 2 strikes.
Count runs
You know what
full.
that means. Stand up and cheer for beer.
3-2. Another one's cheering for beer in the 90s.
First person I saw do that was like a kid who was like 4 years old down below.
Crandall takes a 3-2 pitch, called strike 3. So after getting a leadoff double from Grant, they stranded him on third base. We head to the bottom of the second, still scoreless. Back for the bottom of the second inning. Scoreless here. Gavin Mez steps in. Today's designated hitter for the Riptide. He's having a really good summer. Hitting over 320 and striking out only 9 times. First pitch from Gray misses inside. Mez is one of many guys on this Riptide roster from UNLV. And then Santino Pinero, both in today's starting lineup. 1-1 from Gray. It's fouled away, 1-2. One-two from Gray. Misses in. Jumping out of the way is Mez. Trying to go fastball there. 1-2 and freeze Mez, but nearly clips him. Gray needed only 8 pitches to get out of the first inning, even after a leadoff single from Pinero. And that one's shot right at Jack Brooks. Second hard hit ball for the Riptide that's resulted in an out.
Now batting for the Riptide.
We've seen Gray in his outings be the
Angel.
unfortunate end of some bad defensive play this so far, getting some good plays from his defense.
Got the great catch and right by Whittle, and now Jack Brooks catches the line drive. This brings up Anthony Angel, who is appearing in just his second game with the Riptide. Went 1 for 5 in his season debut.
Also more good defense, that bunt that was fielded by AJ Salgado.
Yep. Yeah, really good bunt there by Soto, but Salgado made a nice play on the run, taking away a hit.
Gray lost his hat after that pitch.
He's behind in the count 2-0 to Angel. Went 1 for 5 with a couple of RBIs in that debut against the Blues. Swings through a 2-0 fastball. Gray has surpassed his pitch count in the first inning with this next pitch. That'll be his 9th of the inning, and it just misses off the plate. 3-1. Misses up, and Gray surrenders his first walk of the ball game. That'll bring up Isaiah Morales, who just joined the team recently for the Riptide, trying to fill the Chase Valentine void at shortstop. Chase Valentine was the starting shortstop for the Riptide before he got picked up to a free agent deal with the San Diego Padres. Now Isaiah Morales been playing shortstop for the Riptide. He takes a strike at the knees. Today, Morales is moving over to second base with Anthony Angel joining the team. Long hold from Gray. He goes home. There goes Angel. The throw from Csulak in
Got him.
time. Cody Csulak with a perfect throw. Great tag there by Gavin Grant. And Angel is retired. Doesn't matter which catcher's behind the plate for the Oaks, they're going to throw somebody out.
Good pitch to throw on for Cody there, a high fastball. Got a good grip on the ball and made a nice strong throw to retire Gray's walk.
The walk to Angel is now erased. And the Riptide have nobody on and 2 outs. The 2-1 from Gray. Misses upstairs. 3-1. DJ McEvers waits on deck. Here comes the 3-1 from Evan Gray. And it's driven out to left field. Noah Karliner is there. And Evan Gray faces the minimum here in the second inning. Throwing just 15 pitches. And he's at only 23 through 2 scoreless innings.
No runs.
We head to the
no
third.
hits, and no errors.
Still
The
tied.
score after 2 complete innings.
Cody Csulak leads it off in the top of the third. He threw a guy out stealing in the bottom of the second inning to help out his pitcher. We've mentioned it on the broadcast before. Csulak, one of the smartest baseball minds you'll meet. Helps out his pitchers a lot when he's down in the bullpen. Oftentimes throughout the ballgame, if you look towards the Oaks dugout, when Sulak's not in the lineup, he'll be in the coach's box having a conversation with one of the coaches, if not multiple.
Usually with Coach Joey and Coach Rad. Just talking baseball, talking pitching, catching, everything.
Yeah, he really knows his stuff, and he's now ahead in the count 3-0. Definitely a possible coaching career in the future for Cody Csulak.
Told him on the bus that I could see him becoming a coach.
He's got the personality for it too, very beloved guy. And now he's in a favorable 3-1 count. He'll look for a pitch to drive here.
Cody's a very approachable person. Easy to talk to.
Good qualities for a head coach too. You don't want a guy that you're just too intimidated by. The 3-2 to Sulak. Takes on the dirt. It's a leadoff walk for Cody Csulak to begin this third. That brings up the man who won the Oaks the game yesterday, Jack Brooks.
Now batting, number 33.
He had an RBI double
Brooks.
in the 8th inning to give the Oaks the lead, and then that one-run lead is all Andrew Lucas needed to shut things down in the 9th, as he usually does.
Some action in the Riptide bullpen already.
Well, looking at Reed Schaefer, it seemed that he was more of a reliever, not throwing multiple innings. His last outing was the most he's thrown at 4. So, makes sense to see the Riptide start to get some action down there. Count's even up at 1 on Jack Brooks. Going over and nearly getting Sulak, but he's back in time.
Good move there from Schaefer. Really fooled Sulak there, was just able to get back in time. Looked like the throw beat him. Sulak just got around the tag.
Yeah. Brooks fouls that one away. 1-2. Schaefer's got a really good move. We've already seen him pick off a man today, and that was Ganus back in the first. Going over again, this time Sulak's for sure back. Another pick attempt, and Sulak's up easily now. More Schaefer goes over there, the more Sulak learns about his pickoff move. Finally comes home with one, and he paints the outside corner to get Brooks looking. First out here in this third inning, and that'll bring up the leadoff hitter for the Oaks, Tyler Ganus. He lofted a single in a no man's land on the right side to lead things off in the first before he was erased after getting picked off by Schaefer. Not sure what just happened.
I know exactly what just happened. So Tyler really gets annoyed when you mispronounce his name because it's really not that hard to pronounce his last name. And the PA announcer, every time we've been here, has been saying something along the lines of like Gayness or not even close to Ganus, and so he finally just got Ganus right. So that's what the sarcastic cheer from our dugout was.
They'd like to have some fun down there. Very tight-knit group of guys, which is also something very key going into the playoffs. 1-1 to Ganus, misses in the dirt, and Csulak will head to second as it gets by Penso. For the second straight inning, now the Oaks have a runner in scoring position. It was a leadoff double for Gavin Grant last inning. He got to third on a fly ball to deep center hit by Karliner. But then it was back-to-back strikeouts to end the inning. Ganus shoots that one through the right side for a hit. Csulak will be held up at third. The throw offline gets by. Ganus heads to second. Csulak will come in to score.
Good job there to draw first blood. Ganus shooting the ball the other way. Very hard hit baseball. Wouldn't be surprised if that one would have been clocked in at over 95 miles an hour at home with the TrackMan. And really heads up by Ganus getting to second on the bad throw by the right fielder. But Tyler Glowacki letting Csulak know to come home. Good job from the on-deck man to let his base runner know that he's got time.
Heads up play all around by the Oaks there to score their first run of the ball game. And Ganus and Csulak have now switched places, with Ganus being on second. Glowacki's now at the plate. Ganus jumping off second. Glowacki hits one over to second base. Play will be made by Morales. Glowacki will be retired, and Ganus heads to third.
Now batting, number 21, AJ Salgado.
An RBI opportunity now for AJ Salgado, who got robbed of a base hit last time up. Hit one into the gap in right center that was run down on a diving effort by Santino Pinero. It's a wide strike call. Salgado takes the ball, count even up at 1. With the lefty Schaefer on the mound and the lefty Salgado at the plate, the Riptide have a big shift on him, so Ganus is able to creep off as far as he wants on third base, with third baseman Soto playing far over.
Good job by Penso to smother that baseball. As Josh mentioned, Ganus getting a monster lead over there at third. Really puts the pressure on Penso to keep every ball in the dirt in front of him.
And Salgado chops that one. That'll be a tough play. No chance for Isaiah Morales, and it's an infield RBI single for AJ Salgado.
There's the break we've been searching for AJ.
You said it yesterday, Sammy. Just stop hitting the ball 95 plus.
Stop
Just
hitting
hit
it hard.
Soft.
Stop hitting it hard.
Now batting, number 34.
We saw it work for Gavin Grant when he was just hitting every baseball super hard everywhere, but not to a defender. And then now Salgado just gets a big chopper and gets the single out of it.
And that'll cause a mound visit, and looks like we're going to have a pitching change. Schaefer goes 2 2/3. Looks like he's having a discussion with his manager, but
They already made the call.
yeah, he'll be removed from this ball game, and it'll be a new pitcher entering. We'll let you know who it is when we find out. And we'll let him throw his warm-up pitches and bring you the rest of this third inning when we come back. Matt Gaunt is on the mound.
I'm guessing that's G-A-U-N-T?
Yeah, that's my guess. It's the name of a Harry Potter character, so that's how it's spelled. 0-1 to Gavin Grant, who is the first batter to face Matt Gaunt this summer, as this is his debut for the Riptide. Back pick attempt to first. Salgado's back easily. Called strike though, so Grant's now in an 0-2 hole. The Oaks chased Reed Schaefer from this ballgame after 2 2/3. 4 hits allowed, 2 runs, 4 strikeouts, and a walk for Schaefer. Really nice breaking ball there from Gaunt, and a good job from Grant to lay off.
Opposite of last at bat for Gavin Grant here. Got out ahead 3-1 and turned on a ball, hit it in the gap. Now he's down 0-2. He's got to work.
And he pops one up on the infield.
Trouble.
It'll be caught by Morales. Austin and Sammy both yell trouble at the same time. I was thinking the same thing.
Was trouble.
Yeah.
Usually when you see four guys around a baseball right there,
2 runs.
spells out trouble.
Yeah. Good communication, though, by the Riptide infield. Caught by Morales.
Riptide none.
The Oaks pick up a couple runs, and we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. The Oaks lead 2-0. Evan Gray back out there for his 3rd inning of work. DJ McEvers. And McEvers rolls over to shortstop. Gavin Grant throws across. And a quick 1-pitch out for Evan Gray to begin this 3rd. And now it'll be the left fielder, Gavin Heimovitz.
Now coming to the plate from the right side, number 7.
We saw Heimovitz hit a home run last time out against the Oaks.
3, not 4. What does that mean, Chris? 3 guys, not 4? There was the shortstop came all the way over for that ball. What you talking about?
Talking about Willis.
Oh, he's talking about the pop-up?
Saying there was 3 guys around. There's 4.
Oh,
3 guys on the infield and the pitcher.
can't confirm. And I'm pretty sure the 3rd baseman was even behind the mound, too. It was like 5 almost.
I think all 9 players are actually there.
I saw a coach come on the field, too. So. Just the whole entire organization.
All 45 of their interns, yeah.
2-0 to Heimovitz.
I was watching when they were doing that video.
They called him
Yeah.
Hemovitz? He doesn't even have an E in his name.
No. That's what we're going
We
on.
went with the mutual agreement on Heimovitz between Josh and I.
And that one misses up 3-0. What were you saying, Austin? You're watching
That video literally went on
I
for
know.
almost the entire
I
inning, and they
saw.
started it in between innings.
I saw.
45 interns. We have like 11.
Yeah. Our interns are just so elite that they do that much amount of work. 3-0's in there for a strike to Heimovitz.
I get maybe a few more than 11 because we have Kalu baseball guys who work our snack shack. They have people who work their snack shack as interns. But 45, I don't understand it.
3-1's in there for a strike to get the count evened up. Get the count full.
Maybe they could have used some of
3-2.
their interns to play today after how late they got back last night.
Yeah, 3:30.
Brutal.
That is brutal. The payoff pitch from Gray, and he gets his first strikeout of the day.
Love it.
Job of the battle back and that, I bet.
Falls behind 3-0. Comes back with 3 straight strikes and picks up the
Now,
strikeout.
coming to the plate for the Riptide, number 3, Santino.
And then bring up the leadoff hitter for the Riptide, Santino Pinero. He led off the ball game with a hit, but was stranded on second base. Pinero jumps out of the way of the first pitch. One-0 from Gray. Backs Pinero off the plate. 2-0. Gray has been efficient so far today. 32 pitches through 2 2/3 at this point. There's 2 to Pinero. Misses below the knees. 3-0. So for the second straight batter now, Gray's going to have to try to fight back. Falls behind 3-0 to back-to-back hitters. This 3-0 is in there for a strike. Three and 1 now to Pinero with Dom Soto waiting on deck. Gray's 3-1. This slapped foul. Count goes full. Ron will wind up back in fair territory, so David Whittle has to run down the line to retrieve it. Gray's back on the mound now, though, ready to throw his second straight 3-2 pitch. Second straight batter with 3-2 pitch. And Pinero hits it right to Gavin Grant. And Grant throws across to retire Pinero. The Riptide dugout not happy there. Pinero's having a conversation. And their head coach is going to run
He was
out.
out. Come on.
Yeah, he was. We've already seen an ejection here last time we were here. Saw a Riptide coach get thrown out of this ballgame, and now their head coach is out to have a conversation, and they're still shouting from the Riptide dugout.
Let's go back and check right now.
We're going to go back and check.
I am right now.
All right. So while Sammy does that, and while the head coach of the Riptide makes his case, we'll get a break.
No runs.
We're
No hits,
third of the way
no
through this
errors.
ball game. We headed the
The
middle
score after
third,
3 complete innings,
2-0 Oaks.
Oaks 2, Riptide none.
He was way out.
He was? Yeah.
31, Noah Karliner.
Noah Karliner leads things off here in the 4th inning. The Oaks lead in this one 2-0. Karliner drove one out to center field. That was caught just shy of the warning track in center by Pinero. Got Gavin Grant over to third base. Very hard hit baseball there by Noah, who's ahead in the count 2-0. Against Matt Gaunt, who's the second pitcher of the ball game for the Riptide after the starter Reed Schaefer was removed after 2 2/3. Gaunt's 2-0 to Karliner is in there for a strike. The exact same way, this is the exact same way Karliner's last at-bat began. Ahead 2-0, taking a strike 2-1. This time, the 2-1 pitch is in there for a strike. Karliner not too pleased.
Good framing by Penso there. That ball was low. Penso brought it back into the strike zone, got the call.
Now the 2-2 is taken. Karliner spits on the breaking ball. Count's now full. Gaunt's payoff pitch is fouled away towards the Oaks bus.
Oh, probably got pretty close.
Austin was excited there. He thought they weren't going to play that sound effect.
No, I was waiting. I've been excited because they've only played it when they should today.
In their respective area in the parking lot.
It was one that went over to the grass over there and they didn't play it. Hey, I talked to their interns after the game last time we were here, and they say they hate them anytime they play it too. So.
Well, we're also sitting right next to the speakers.
That's true. Karliner drives that one to left. And another diving catch, this time by Gavin Heimovitz.
Don't know if the dive was necessary there. Heimovitz got a little style points there, but that ball was hit right at him. Just needed to take 1 or 2 steps in. Just felt more comfortable going to the ground on that one for whatever reason.
It looked like he actually caught the ball and then dived.
Fell. Yeah.
That ball might have been hit 100 miles an hour off the bat of Karliner.
Yeah, that was definitely an L7, not an F7.
Yeah, that's back to 2 at-bats today for Karliner. 2 really good swings and 2 hard-hit baseballs that haven't resulted in hits.
Stay there.
Yeah. Don't get away from that if you're Noah. David Whittle takes the first pitch up and drives the second pitch out to right center. That's going to get over the head of the right fielder and go into the wall. It's bobbled out in right field, and Whittle will step on second, head to third, and he'll be in there standing up.
Babe.
David Whittle with a 1-out triple.
Felt 3 bags off the bat there.
Really got a hold of that one.
Now coming to the
For
plate,
Whittle, that's his first triple this summer, and
Crandall.
he's now the 6th Oak with the triple this summer.
6? I can't believe we have 5 with triples.
Yeah, I know. I was surprised. 1 from Dode, Messino, Carrillo, Brooks, and Grant. Now Zach Crandall's up there. Fouls back to first pitch.
Cam, need you on that. Need you making that play there, Cam.
Cam, you got to go protect my car. Crandall was up there with a runner on third and 2 outs in the second inning and went down on strikes. But now he's got an out to work with and Whittle 90 feet away. Just got to do a job now. Infield back so he can hit one on the ground. Also elevate one for a sacrifice fly. Behind in the count 0-2. Pitch from Gaunt misses away. Crandall worked the count full last time before looking at a fastball that was painted. And he takes a breaking ball to even up the count at 2. Penso's done a really nice job today with runners on third of smothering baseballs behind the plate.
Doesn't have to be pretty when there's a runner on third. It's just got to get done.
The 2-2 is driven out to right field by Crandall. Can't see,
Oh,
and that's
he's got him.
going over the head of McEvers. Zach Crandall with an RBI double. The Oaks lead in 3-0.
That is 3 baseballs in a row. Absolutely crushed.
Yeah, the Oaks are seeing it well this inning and swinging it well. And yet, after those 2 extra base hits, I still think Karliner's was hit the hardest of the 3.
Number 10, Cody Csulak.
This one had DJ McEvers spinning in circles in right field, and my waypoint was blocked by a large pole. And then I saw the number of McEvers and watched the ball one hop the fence and right. Which brings up Cody Csulak, who walked and came around to score last time up.
As you mentioned, Karliner's ball the hardest hit. We've kind of seemed to learn at this point. Whoever hits the ball the hardest doesn't get a hit. We had, I think it was against the Riptide where there was a triple to the wall, 96 off the bat for them, and then Heineck comes up, hits 198 off the bat, maybe 99 off the bat, and he flies out.
It was like 91.
Yeah.
91.
Yeah, 91.
Even softer.
Yeah.
Remember that it was that high pop-up, well, not pop-up, high fly ball all the way to the wall. We had a good run, Austin. We had a real good run. Not a lot of that sound effect, and now it's happening a lot this inning.
They're getting to the parking lot now. That's why. I'm fine if it's going to the parking lot and they're playing it. But the ones that land on the grass, it's a little unnecessary.
It's fair. As Sulak takes the ball up, 3-1 now. He finds himself in another good hitters count. And for Crandall, we've seen him pick up the hits when he's needed them, and they've usually been for extra bases, as that's his 3rd double this summer out of his 4 hits.
See, that one didn't make it to the parking lot. They don't play it.
Austin's really proud of.
I don't think you need to play it more than once in an at-bat.
3-2 to Sulak.
Oh.
Good swing by him. He turns on it, but it's right at the left fielder Heimovitz.
Dive.
For out number 2.
4 well-hit baseballs this inning.
Yeah, that was a fastball in that Sulak just turned on, but it was right to Heimovitz and left. And that'll bring up Jack Brooks now with Crandall at 2nd and 2 away. 6 hits already for the Oaks in this ballgame.
A lot of loud contact right now.
Yeah,
Got to be concerning if you're Gaunt and the Riptide.
Gaunt's first pitch to Brooks is rolled over to 2nd. Brooks grounds out to end the threat. Not before the Oaks pick up another and extend their lead out to 3-0. We head to the bottom of the 4th,
After the top of the 4th inning,
with the Oaks leading by that same
1
score.
run, 2 Riptide. Number 1.
Back for the bottom of the 4th inning. As Evan Gray is back out there for his 4th inning of work. You'll face Dom Soto, the 2-hitter today for the Riptide, and their leading hitter this summer. First pitch is in there for a strike from Gray. Soto laid down a sacrifice bunt last time up. He could have gotten a base hit out of, but AJ Salgado made a really nice play. And he skies that one in foul territory on the left side. Grant over, and he'll have room to make the catch. Quick 2-pitch out to begin the 4th for Evan Gray.
Now batting for the Riptide.
You got a 1-pitch
Blake
ground out from McEvers to begin the 3rd, and now a 2-pitch pop out from Soto to begin the 4th. And that'll bring out Blake Penso, who had an extra base hit taken away from him by David Whittle in right center. Gray's first pitch to Penso is a breaking ball that misses. Only 36 pitches needed for Gray to get through the first 3 innings. And with the playoffs looming, Gray gets a ground ball to 3rd. Another 2-pitch out for Evan Gray.
That was not an easy play there for AJ to make either, as that one took a weird hop and he had to field it off the hop right at his foot. But he made it look easy.
Joey Nicola.
And with there not being another Sunday with the championship game for the CCL playoffs coming on Saturday, this might be the last time we see Evan Gray, so wouldn't be surprised to see them stretch him out. Joey Nicolai is up there now. He grounded out to end the 1st inning. Another first pitch strike from Gray. There's 2 outs on 4 pitches to begin the 4th. And Nicolai fouls that one back. 0-2. So there's action in the Riptide bullpen. I already used 2 pitchers through 4th today.
Really good job by Evan today so far. Only 1 hit allowed, only 1 walk.
And the walk was erased with the Csulak caught stealing. 0-2 from Gray is lifted out to right at David Whittle. And Evan Gray has retired 7 straight after back-to-back 1, 2, 3 innings. He's cruising through 4. We head to the 5th, Oaks leading 3-0. There's a new pitcher in for the Riptide. It's Troy Mackey, another guy making his CCL debut. He takes over from Matt Gaunt, who took over for Reed Schaefer. It was 2 2/3 from Schaefer, and then 1 1/3 from Gaunt, who gave up 1 run compared to Schaefer's 2. And the first pitch to Tyler Ganus is taken for a ball.
Mackey, a sidearm delivery specialist. Cameron Deck-like delivery.
We need a breakdown
West Ranch
here
High School
from you.
legend.
Well, hopefully he's in the 6th, and we go to Cam's corner about
That'd be
his
ideal.
counterpart.
That would be ideal.
Quick analysis there from Cam about this picture.
What do you say?
Simple. I'm better.
1-1 to Gannis. It's taken below the knees. That was a very loopy slider.
Cameron Deck, of course, had to medically retire from the game of baseball.
Yeah.
We'll go with that.
Yeah, if he didn't get hurt, he'd be playing right now. Probably in the Cape. He's too good for the CCL.
Yeah.
For ASU.
Oh, he says he'd be playing for ASU.
I'm going to make a comeback, Josh.
All right. We're ready for it, Cam.
He's still got all 4 years of eligibility. Need a grad transfer.
2-2 to Gannis. Misses. Count runs full. Thought that it clipped him.
Yeah, Gannis was bracing himself for that to hit him, but ended up missing him.
Yeah, it was a very slow pitch. If it got him, don't think it would have hurt. 3-2 to Tyler Gannis. He lines that one foul. Heard someone yell, "Stay in there, Raymer," from the dugout, and he did. He didn't even move.
Didn't even flinch.
Yeah. It'll be another payoff pitch to Tyler Gannis, who is 2 for 2 today. A couple of singles. One was a bloop, and one was crushed into right. Run came in to score on that one. This time, Gannis goes down on strikes. And that'll bring up Tyler Glowacki. So 0 for 2 today.
Now coming to the plate, number 12, Tyler Glowacki.
And Troy Mackey gets a strikeout in the first CCL batter that he faces. And not an easy guy to strike out either in Tyler Gannis. Glowacki shows bunt, drops the barrel a bit and pushes it foul. The third baseman, Soto, is playing very deep over there, so Glowacki was trying to beat the shift. Now Soto's playing up in the grass. 0-1 to Glowacki is in there for a strike.
That one looked a little high.
Yeah, definitely a high strike call there. 0-2 to Glowacki. He shortens up a bit. Mackey tried to freeze him with a fastball that just misses. Looks like a good location. Just didn't get the knees.
Good spot to miss there for Mackey.
That one's driven out to left center. It'll be caught by the center fielder Pinero for out number 2. That'll bring up AJ Salgado. Salgado had an RBI single last time up on a ball that he chopped straight into the ground. Went toward the second baseman Morales, who had no shot to throw out Salgado. That one catches the corner for a strike. Salgado's first at bat, he hit one in the gap in right center. That was a diving catch made by Santino Pinero. Count's even up at 1 on AJ. He'll be attending UCLA beginning in the fall for his first semester there after transferring from Cal State LA. I'm sure his hot start this summer helped him out there. And he is all the makings of a top-level Division I player. Great body, great attitude. Very fast, versatile. 3-1 to Salgado. Misses outside, and Salgado takes his walk. Good at bat there from AJ, not chasing at anything, and that'll bring up Gavin Grant. He's 1 for 2 today with a double to left center. That one's at the knees for a strike on Grant. Mackey works really quickly, not taking any time between pitches. Just on the mound and ready to go right away. Long hold here, comes home and misses in the dirt.
Good call on the very quick in between pitches there, Josh. Good stuff. Then he holds AJ for about 30.
Yeah. There's that quick hold that misses. 2-1. That one was nearly a balk. He barely came set there.
Working too quickly.
Yeah. Two 2-1 to Grant. Misses. 3-1. It's as if Mackey is trying to pitch before Salgado can even get his lead. He looks over, sees Salgado still walking off, and then just comes set and pitches before AJ even settles out there. Grant fouls off the 3-1 pitch. Count goes full.
There's a guy lingering down in the bullpen right now for the Riptide. He was stretching a little bit. It looks like he's going to walk out to the mound. Can't tell you what his name is, though, because he's not on the roster. So it's number 57. That's all I know.
A lot of new faces on this Riptide team.
Salgado a run. Grant fouled it
That
off.
was a little bush league there.
Huh.
They played that sound effect as the pitch was thrown.
Oh, yeah. That was pretty late.
Whole
Clean it up.
9U Little League team down there is chanting for beer.
Might not be the best look.
Salgado a run. Pitch to Grant. Misses outside. And that gives Noah Karliner an opportunity with 2 men on and 2 out. Karliner has crushed 2 baseballs today. One a fly out to deep center, and the last time out was a line out to left. After a long at bat on the 8th pitch, he roped one to left field, but right at Gavin Heimovitz. Karliner jumps out of the way of that one.
I think the 3rd time this charm is going to be here for Noah.
Yeah,
I think he's going to come through right now. Finally going to get rewarded for a hard hit baseball.
Or maybe he'll just get broken bat hit or something.
No, he's hitting it hard again.
He
What I tell you.
crushes that one to deep right center field. That's going to hit one hop against the wall. Salgado scores easily. Grant right behind him. And Noah Karliner comes through with a 2 RBI, 2 out double. Great call, Sammy.
Told you. Could smell it in the air. Easiest call of my life.
This guy was hoping for a broken bat. Why would you jinx that on somebody?
I'm saying weakly hit balls are resulting in hits more often than hard hit balls for the Oaks.
David Whittle.
Clutch 2 out RBIs for Noah Karliner, which brings up David Whittle, who already has an RBI double, or who already has a double and a run scored today.
Again, imagine if we were in Pasadena for that. Hit by
Karliner
right there.
You have 2 bombs.
He got 2 home runs today, yeah. Whittle hits
throw.
that one through the hole on the left. Really good throw there by Gavin Heimovitz to get Karliner at the plate. But the Oaks pick up a couple more as Karliner's laughing about that one with Coach Solis.
Ball was hit too hard.
Yeah.
After the top of the fifth
Whittle
inning,
crushes that, and the Oaks are swinging the bat really well right now. 8 hits through 5 offensive innings. And we're halfway home in this one with the Oaks leading 5-0.